Next, we have members of the Port Angeles Police Department, including acting police chief Brian Smith and Officer Stewart Jason Baeta, and I think perhaps others from the department as well. For the sake they've been up for many hours, and some of you I know are getting to hear about this topic. Let's go to I-1, and with that.
Mr. Mayor, I believe you'd be referring to item L5.
Excuse me?
I believe you'd be referring to item L5.
I-1.
Okay. My apologies.
Brian, can you go do yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. We appreciate the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with you and talk to you about downtown, what we've been doing, what we're going to be doing, and the subject of panhandling and some other conduct behavior areas that we're working on improving the quality of life down there. Sergeant Vieta, who is in charge of the downtown program, has a presentation to give you some information, spur some questions, and hopefully give you a little more insight on what we're doing, right now with panhandling and other areas of concern.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Chief. My name is Jason Vieta. I'm a sergeant with the Port Angeles Police Department, which, by the way, is the best job in the world. I've been a police officer here for 22 years, and I've spent a lot of time downtown recently, and I'd like to talk a little bit about that tonight. Before I talk just about downtown, I want to make sure that we don't think of that in a vacuum, but that we talk about the whole city and then focus a little bit on downtown. This will just take a minute. So this is a picture of my mobile data terminal, right in my cop car, and it has calls for service that are waiting. This is my mobile to-do list. I drive around town and I go to calls or make sure that other officers go to calls. And so if you see a call that says PAPD, that is a call in the city of Port Angeles that is pending or being handled. If it's green, it means somebody is assigned to that call. If it is blue, it means those people are waiting, and they're going to wait until an officer is available. So what you see here at the top, 911 hang-up, we get a lot of those. Somebody calls 911, maybe it was pocket dial, maybe they called, we don't know why they called, that's typically a 2-officer call. Go there, find out what's going on. There's another one down here at the bottom, okay, another 911 hang-up. Ideally that would be 2 officers to each of those calls, and ideally we would go now, because people would call 911 want you to show up now, not later. And then there are the other calls that are pending of various severity. And so obviously those are going to be prioritized and those are going to wait while we go to the 911 hang-ups, find out what was going on there. On many days we have 3 cars on duty, or maybe sometimes 4, and on some days it's a real struggle to keep 3 cars, and sometimes we call people in on overtime to do that. So that's my MDT, that's what's going on all over the city. And so some people say, well, why don't you just send more people downtown? And this is a part of it right there. And so we have 32 commissioned officers. We have some openings. We have some people in the academy. We have some people on field training. But despite all that, what we have done to make a difference downtown, to improve our downtown for people that want to walk on the trail, have a business down there, travel through here, come to a great city where they can see the mountains and the water at the same time, is that we have received a grant. And the focus of the grant that Chief Smith did the lion's share of the work on to obtain this money for us is Homeland Security, specifically port security. And even if you could go to some of the slides that have to do with the port specifically, I appreciate it. So when we accept a grant, obviously we have some strings attached, and we have to do what the grant says that we're going to do. And so this is me, this is my cop car, I'm watching the ferry offload. These are people entering the United States of America from Canada. I'm doing what the grant says that I need to do. I'm there, I On this same shift, I would probably go to the border patrol station, I'll make contact with the border patrol supervisor, have a brief conversation with them at their muster or roll call, and talk about what's going on in the entire border region, specifically down here. And then when I'm here, I'll go over here and talk to the US Customs guys that are there. So that's a part of what I do. I'm complying with the strings that are attached to the grant. But also, I don't just stay right there by the ferry. I go all over downtown, within several blocks of that ferry. That's where our downtown is situated. And so this grant, I'm within the parameters of it. When I move around downtown, even though I'm not right at the ferry, I can be down the waterfront trail, I can be down at Estuary Park, or even into the core of downtown. I love to walk up to the stairs by the fountain, and then walk down the other stairs, by where the Lazy Moon used to be and back into downtown. Hayden, can you go to the slide with the autograph on it, please? Thank you. So this represents, several different officers who have chosen to work overtime and, participate in, what this grant allows us to do downtown. What the grant does not allow us to do is to supplant our normal staffing. So if we have 3 cars on, that's our normal staffing, then this is not gonna be one of those 3 cars. This is gonna be an additional officer on overtime, not on regular time. And so, most of the, hours that you see here are focused on foot patrol downtown. We had a conversation about the best way to use the grant, and foot patrol was at the very top of the list. And so, as I go down there, work a lot of hours down there, and it's been one of the best experiences of my 22-year career. The people down there are extremely appreciative of an old-fashioned cop on the beat, and I really enjoy